we put the top back on, so as you can see, it's fully on right now. It needs electric, so we can't just lower it at the moment, but we'll definitely show you what it looks like on the inside, and then we'll walk over and show you what was done in terms of riveting and everything else. But I'm going to pass this over to Damon, let him explain a little bit more on what's being done.
Okay guys, so we're finishing off the installations on this convertible top, and it goes to a 2006 Honda 2000, which is also known as the AP2. So right in this bowl shape section here, there's actually on the convertible top, there's actually 3 pieces, and it's riveted together with the top, the upholstery part, along with a weatherproofing strip, which is in here. And I'll show you in a minute. On the inside, there's actually 3 sections of metal bracket. One has the bowl shape, and it stopped basically like right here, and there's a mid section that goes from here to here, and there's a right side bracket. To show you that, I actually have the bracket out here. We took off a damaged convertible top, so we still have a few pieces laying around. This is exactly the one of the metal bracket that I was mentioning earlier. This is the mid section here, and it's held together by 5 10 millimeter nuts, and there is a right side bracket, the passenger side, and this is the driver's side as well. So this is this bracket is actually mounted towards the inside, the inner side of the convertible top, and there's a exterior part which is it shapes almost like this, but it's a reverse style of, it's like a weatherproofing strip that holds it's the weather stripping, the upholstery, and this metal bracket on the inside. It's 3 pieces that sandwich together. And let's go inside to the vehicle, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Okay guys, so we have this actually it's the filler panel, which is plastics. So if you remove these plastic clips, there's 3 clips. Once you pop that out, you'll be able to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 millimeter nut that actually removed that metal bracket. And towards the passenger side, you'll actually see there's just 3 10 millimeter. There's 3 of them that remove the metal bracket, and then you'll be able to remove this upholstery part. And then there's the driver's side, the left side. So once you remove this plastic panel, you'll be able to see all the nuts, and then once you remove those nuts, you'll be able to separate this upholstery top away from the vehicle's body. Okay.
All right, so let's take a walk over to the old top, and then show us where you remove the rivet and how you mount them back on.
Okay guys, so this is the damaged top to the AP2. As you can see, it's pretty beat up, okay? And this is the upholstery. This is actually the plastic weather strip. What it does is it's supposed to catch all the rainfall, and it leaks, it works like a gutter. It leaks to the side of the body of the vehicle, okay? And it's there just to catch all the water that comes down through the top. And as you can see, this is the plastic weather strip that is being riveted to the upholstery. And on the inside, you have the metal bracket, you have the left bracket, the center bracket, and then the right side bracket. And it's like a bowl shaped like bracket. So these are the 10 millimeter that basically secure the bracket, the weather strip, and the upholstery together to the body. And then you can see that's 10 millimeter, 10 millimeter. These are all 10 millimeter nuts that basically secure this top with the bracket against the body of the vehicle. And it's pretty simple. And these are just the convertible top bracket that house your power, your power motor. That it could retract, it can close and open the convertible top.
We're doing a quick light cleaning inside really quick, and we'll definitely do a deep clean later, but right now it's just a simple rub down just to clean some of the obvious easy to remove stain first before we do a deep clean later. And this is what we currently use. We use carpet stain and spot lifter. So let it soak in for a couple of minutes, and then that's pretty much it. Okay, so we let it sit for a couple of minutes now. Came back, and we're gonna start rubbing this down, and then we'll just rub and wipe, just basic. As you can see, the stuff that we used earlier, it's really helpful. It just lifts the stain right out of the carpet. So now that the brush is done, we're just going to come back with a towel, and we're just going to rub it off, remove all the stains, the excess stain, whatever's in the liquid. We just kind of loosen it up with the fluid that we used earlier to remove this. Damon, why don't you show us that can that you used earlier? See. So this is the chemical that we use. It's called carpet stain spot lifter.
By Blue Magic. Yep,
by Blue Magic. And we're just letting it sit. Now we could have rubbed it in, brush it in a little bit. That's good for us to go in with a towel and just try to lift up that stain. So as you can see, it's coming out, right? So the base quick towel is just pretty much lifting some of the stain. We'll come back a couple of rounds. We'll repeat this a few times, but as you can see, it's lifting the stain, and we can quickly see it in the stain that it's coming in the towel. See, look at that. It's getting all the gunk that was there out earlier, and we're just going to continue with this process for a couple of times, and we'll show you the finished product when it's done. See, already, as you can see, it's already really good. So the rub's down. We're just going to come in with the quick vacuum real quick to suck out any of the excess fluid that we used in here to spray earlier. So I will step out of the way and let Damon go ahead and suck all this stuff out. It looks pretty good already. Look at that. It looks like almost brand new. A few more rounds of these and you'll have a pretty good clean carpet. We're about to put together the seat. It's quickly wiped down. We're going to install it on the S2000. This is a passenger side seat, but as you can see, the seat bracket is already installed here. Damon's going to flip this chair over really quick so that you can see what the brackets look like, and then we can go from there. So as you can see, here's the bracket. It's already installed on the seat. Really easy. The rails are already there. So David, why don't you tell us what you're going to be doing to this right now?
Okay, so we're just going to simply install this passenger seat to a 2006 S2000 AP2. a super easy process. Just involve. There's actually no electrical harness or anything underneath the seats because there's no. With the 2006, there was no side impact airbags or, nothing fancy. So there's actually no harness down here. All we have is just two front 12mm bolt, and the rear is actually a little larger. As you can see, the hole is a little bit bigger. So it housed two 14mm shorter bolt, and I'll show you those bolts in a quick second here. I have these bolts over here. So as you can see, these are the two 12mm, which is about like 1 inch long, and it actually takes a 12mm socket to remove them. And the rear is actually shorter, but they're bigger. They actually takes two 14mm to remove them, and they're about like 1/2 inch, a little bit over, probably like 5/8 in length. So very easy process. We're just gonna, it'll probably take like a 5-minute job just to install the 4 bolt, and just make sure you have the passenger seat locked into the seatbelt guard over here by the shoulder. So we'll show you that how easy it is. I'm just gonna
Bring it in. As you can see, you have the 12 in the front, which are right here. Right, 2 in the front, and then the 14s in the back. That's what he's doing at the moment. So the passenger seat's in. He's just going to start screwing it down on this side. But that's fairly straightforward right there.
hit the seatbelt, guys. Make sure it goes on the belt guard over here by the shoulder. And then secure the 2 front bolt. That's it. Easy peasy.
So yeah, as you can see, the passenger seat is in. I am going to go take another video on the other side and show you what he did. But as you can see, it's literally about 2-3 minutes worth of work just to put the seat in. So on the passenger side now, so as you can see, the seat belt is fastly mounted, all right, securely mounted in here already. And we have the light down here, so at least you can see where the 12 millimeters are at. They're right there, and one on the right and one on the left, which is over there. So that's pretty much it. That concludes the seat installation on the S2000, at least on the passenger side, and we'll do the same thing on the driver's side as well. To put in the driver's side seat, Damon's going to explain to you what the difference are between the two sides. Go ahead, Damon.
Okay, so on the driver seat, the only thing different is just that there's just one harness, electrical plugs down here, and all that basically is just a seatbelt alert, just to remind you to just buckle up. Surprisingly, it just only on the 2006. Really surprised to see just the driver seat that has it and not the passenger seat. That just to show you how much they care about the passenger. But anyway, so just that harness, just that different. So just make sure you plug that in, and it will be the male connector will be right on top of the carpet inside the vehicle, which we'll show you in just a minute.
Okay, so we're on the inside. We're getting ready to install.
So this is just the connector, the male connector that I was telling you about. All it does is just remind the driver to fasten up the seatbelt. Just a seatbelt alert. So make sure you just plug this in after you, well, plug this in before you install the 4-bolt. It'll make life so much easier.
So be careful when you put it in your seat. Careful not to damage anything. So, alright, clips in at the bottom for the sensor. Now we just put in the two 12mm in the front and two 14s in the rear. Same just like the passenger side.
Front and rear.
Front on the right, rear on the left. Yep.
Just to make the installation of the two rear 14mm bolt a lot easier, do not tighten the front bolt all the way. Just finger tight, or simply give it a few revolution in, and then make sure you install the rear bolt first before you tighten up all the 4 bolts. That'll make the installation so much easier.
So now we have both of the seats installed. It's ready to go. Of course, you won't be able to start it up and drive anywhere because we're missing the motor. But here we are. At least inside is somewhat workable at the moment. And then the rest will be focusing on dropping in a new motor and get this one going.